You're watching the Talkmania, and I'm your host CJ. Welcome back to another album review, which today will be an album review of Hatriot's brand new album, The Vale of Shadows. One of the best thrash albums to come out of recent years. One of the best, basically one of the best sounding thrash albums that came out of the new age of thrash. Um, yeah, I've been following this band for years, ever since like 2013, and yeah, I completely missed that they had a new album out, and I'm kicking myself for it, but figured it out before 2022 came to an end and basically listened to it and thought, hell, I'll give it a review. I'll give it a review. And yes, it's a positive review, of course, because yeah, that's what my channel does. Hatriot is back with a brain-numbing, ripping thrash album that left me speechless, honestly, because it's New Age thrash, and I really didn't expect that from New Age thrash. I kind of did from Hatriot because they always deliver. They always deliver. This album is one of the best I've heard in recent years. Album's tone has a bite to it and is not overproduced like most of the thrash bands that come out nowadays with albums. I would say it's more like the older bands and Hatriot and Municipal Waste and those bands that come out with like albums that aren't overproduced, and this is one of them. And this album is pretty damn unrelenting too, because yeah, we'll get to that. The vocal combo of thrash and death metal vocals are just absolutely epic and disgusting in itself. It hooks me. It absolutely hooks me. I basically, when I started listening to this album, I couldn't put it down because another thing is I like how there is no downtime. Like I said before we get into it, there is no downtime until Murderous Tranquility, and it's just full speed ahead. Honestly, this album is just absolutely full speed ahead, and I basically remembered how I this album is quite like the last album with how relentless it is, but I think it's kind of I think it's more I think it's better. Honestly, this album is probably their best album, in my opinion. Their best album, absolutely. Thought I'd check this album out since I liked the last album and thought, oh, yeah. There's so many good songs in this album. I really cannot choose what the best one is. So, and I can't mention all of them. I can't mention all of them. I meant mentioning 6 standout songs instead of 5 because yeah. Horns and Halos, the first song in the album, and if you've been watching this channel for a very long time, you probably know that I'm a big sucker for the first song. And from the opening minute, this song is brutal, with the thrash and death metal vocals going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, while the guitars are just absolutely just pummeling you constantly. It's just an absolute ripping song to start an album out with. The hate inside, everything packs a punch on this one, especially the guitar riffs. The guitar riffs are epic on the hate inside. Forceful balance, really destructive song that I'd love to see played live. Probably will try to catch Hatriot playing live, maybe. If they ever come to my area. That's the key. Probably, and yeah, probably it'd be fun to see live, like I said before. The guitar riffs in this song are top notch. Another good riff-driven song with the vocals that are just pummeling you nonstop, as well like the rest of the album is. The rest of the album is exactly the same way. Clemency Denied, a slow-moving chug fest of a song. This is kind of a change of pace, but still keeps the brutality of the other songs. And isn't a let-up either. It's not a let-up either. It's just basically just pummeling you with the chugs. The part at 2 minutes and 50 seconds on this song is a really good touch. I sometimes do this on my reviews, where I go into time stamps on songs. So I like point out something where you could go check out the song and go fast forward to that part and basically hear that part and see what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm doing here. The vocals on the song they're the best on the album. Clemency Denied is one of my favorite songs. I can't really say what is my favorite song because I can't ever. Yeah, Mark of the Tyrant. This one, it's one of the best songs on the album. Awesome riffs, everything that makes it a good thrash song, just a very good song. And Hymn for the Wicked. This song is a great song to end an album with. It's the last song in the album, and it's basically like the rest of them, they're just full speed ahead, bumbling thrash metal. So, that's what I think of this album, and yeah. I'd advise checking this one out. Don't sleep on this album, and I will see everyone in the next video.